Is it worth being in a relationship? In this video, we are going to discuss the matter if it is really worth being in a relationship while you are young. I don't pretend to be in the right to tell you to be or not to be in a relationship. I just wanna point out some very important reasons that need to be considered before having a relationship. And it doesn't matter if you are already in one, this video is also for you. I would like all of you to say your opinions in the comment section, and without wanting to delay more this video, let's start. Okay, we're going to divide this video in 4 parts. 1, if you are in a relationship and you are having a good experience. 2, if you are in a relationship and you are having a bad experience. 3, if you are not in a relationship and you want to be in one. And 4, if you are not in a relationship and you don't want to be in one. Okay, so what happens when you are in a relationship and you are already having a good experience? So if you think that you are this person, let me tell you this. Do you usually feel relaxed and happy when you think about your partner? You don't worry about your boyfriend or your girlfriend when you're going through your daily life. Well, if that happens, maybe because there are no reasons to worry about your partner and you are a trustworthy person, so is also your partner. Perhaps you truly love each other, so there is nothing you can worry about. If that is the case for you, then I can tell you that I envy you. I believe that if you're in that situation, then you have already won in that aspect of life. Certainly, I cannot think of a more perfect example of what being in a good relationship can be. Maybe this video will not be useful for you because you already have enough reasons to know why you want to be in a relationship. So I'm gonna go to the second point, which is if you are in a relationship and you're having a bad experience. Now let's go to the other side of the coin. Do you usually feel stressed because of your partner? Maybe there are many reasons why you don't trust your partner. Perhaps you are doubtful of being in a relationship yet. Let me tell you this. If you are finding it very difficult to continue your relationship, maybe you should consider the reasons why you are in one. Do you wish to be in a relationship, or you just don't want to be lonely? If you don't want to be lonely, then that is a clear sign that you shouldn't be in a relationship. The feeling of loneliness itself can be a very good reason for starting to learn to enjoy being alone. See, being alone can teach you many things. While you are alone, you have more time to understand your inner self. You are able to spend more time doing things that can give you life experiences. You can spend more time trying to understand what things you want to achieve in your life, or what things are not worth keeping in your life. Yes, you can do all of that just by learning to be alone. And believe me, it will be more difficult to figure those things out while you are in a relationship. And even more if it does not give you any peace. Now, your partner, or you, or both, may not be mature enough to know what being in a serious relationship is. And that's okay, since nobody is born with the knowledge to understand what is wrong or what is right. A failure of a relationship may be a lesson enough for you to mature and make you know what is good for you. Now, knowing that loving yourself comes first, you are ready to decide if the relationship you have right now is worth having or not. Loving yourself is a sign of being mature. Being mature means that you understand what your priorities must be. So if your relationship gives you more headaches than anything else, then it is time to consider leaving it. Now, there may be other reasons why you don't want to leave your relationship. Maybe you're afraid, maybe you feel sorry for your partner, but if any of those are the cases, then believe me that you are making a better choice by leaving than staying in that relationship. It will not be good only for you, but also for your partner. Because if you are already having a bad time being together, then spend time alone will be a very good solution for you to understand why you're having those problems, why you don't get along together, and you will have more time to mature and consider if it is good to keep a relationship when you are not ready yet. After you have matured enough, you can consider if it is worth continue being in a relationship or not. Now, let's go to the other point. If you are not in a relationship but you want to be in one. Now, if you are not in a relationship, there may be many reasons why you want to be in one. First, you want to make sure what are the pros and the cons of being in one. First, ask yourself why you want to be in a relationship. Let's say it's because because you just like the girl or the boy, so you want a relationship really bad. You have to understand certain things before you get into that situation. When you get to know a person and you really like that person, you are just getting to know a superficial part of what that person really is. So the ideal thing is to spend more time together and getting to know each other, trying to be more intimate with that person, going on dates or doing activities that get the both of you involved. But now that is becoming more and more difficult nowadays with all the modern situation that is happening. But anyways, it can still be done with difficulties, but it can still be done. If you think it is okay to get involved with that person, then you can just do it. If both of you get to love each other, then you will have won. On the other hand, there may be some clear signs that show why it is not a good idea to get involved with that person. Some of them could be that that person is insecure, maybe that person is very temperamental, or simply just not mature enough to be in a relationship. Also, before getting into a relationship, be sure that you can manage other aspects of your life without problems. That is because if you have other problems you have to take care of, sometimes your partner or your relationship will get involved in those problems, and that is not something that you want your partner to experience. So yeah, you've got to make sure that you are mature enough before getting into a relationship. If you don't, you will regret it. Maybe you will have a character development, which is something nice, I guess. But anyways, jokes aside, and what about if you don't want to be in one relationship? Surely there are people who don't want to be in a relationship, and it is completely okay to make that decision. Maybe you don't see it necessary or just want to do other things first. But if you are having like romantic or sexual encounters with a person without being in a relationship, it is important that you make it clear to that person, so that way there are no any confusion or misunderstanding. And of course you are being honest, which is the best you can do. It is a win-win, you for being clear and honest with your thoughts, and the other person for being able to understand the situation and not making any illusions. Also, being in a relationship can be beneficial to you. Some reasons are that you are able to experience what being intimate with a person of the other sex is or means, which can also be good for you to mature as a person. Also, depending on the situation, a relationship can be more than just a love relationship. There are some cases where your partner can be of great help to your business, or can help you get ideas, or can also be an emotional support, which in some cases it is necessary for someone to have a person like that. Anyways, those are some specific cases. Don't take that as a general statement, okay? But yeah, in summary, you should know, of course, there are advantages and disadvantages, benefits and losings, or what is the opposite of benefit? Well, whatever. You may understand that a relationship can be hard, but also can be a very good part of your life. So to conclude this video, I want to state that having a relationship can be a really good win in life, but in order for that to happen, the relationship needs to be healthy. Both parts need to know the meaning, the true meaning of having a relationship. If the relationship is healthy, then there shouldn't be anything to worry about. On the other hand, there is the case where you don't want a relationship. You may have your reasons, and it is totally acceptable. Not all the people have the same goals in life, so we should not judge. And if you think that living your life alone is the best way to get what you want, then surely you'd understand what being in a relationship means.